Welcome to the Football League preview and prediction show. I'm not sure how often this will be. It certainly won't be like all the midweek games, but I'll probably do this every weekend. So hopefully this goes well. I'll be predicting every score. I'm terrible at predicting scores. So if I go for Yeovil to beat Bury, Bury will beat Yeovil. If I go for Birmingham to beat Norwich, Norwich will beat Birmingham. But not very good at it. If you watched, I think it was the League One. The League One predicted table. You'll notice that this layout is a little different. It had Alfie Mawson over here, but obviously he's moved on. Finding renders for the Football League is very, very difficult. I'm not the best at cutting them out. I did this one. It's not very good on the arm and stuff, but I'm pretty happy with that one. But the other ones I have done haven't been very good. So yeah, if anyone happens to be really good at that, then I'd love any player would do. Anyway, on to the predictions. So we're going to start off in League 2. So Bury take on Yeovil. Now I've gone for Yeovil to go down and I've gone Bury to go up. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Bury. Yeovil in their first game last season got hammered 8-2. Cheltenham and Crawley, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Crewe versus Morecambe, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Crewe. Exeter versus Carlisle, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Exeter. Grimsby versus Forest Green, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Forest Green. Mansfield versus Newport, I'm going to go 2-1 to Mansfield. Northampton versus Lincoln, I think that will be 2-2. Notts County versus Colchester, I think that will be a draw as well, 0-0. Oldham versus Milton Keynes. I've gone 3-0 to Milton Keynes Dons, MK Dons. Port Vale versus Cambridge. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Cambridge. Stevenage versus Tranmere. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Tranmere. And Swindon Macclesfield. I'm going to go 3-2 to Swindon. So into League 1 we go. And Accrington is first time at this level. They start off at home to Gillingham. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Gillingham. Barnsley, Oxford, I'm going to go 3-1 to Barnsley. Burton Albion versus Rochdale, I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Burton. Coventry versus Scunthorpe, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Scunthorpe. Fleetwood versus AFC Wimbledon, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to AFC Wimbledon. Peterborough versus Bristol Rovers, I will go for a 4-0 win to Peterborough. Portsmouth versus Luton, that could be a really, really good game. Unlucky to miss out on TV. I will go with a win for Luton, 2-1. Shrewsbury versus Bradford, I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Shrewsbury. Southend versus Doncaster, I think that will be a 2-apiece draw. Sunderland versus Charlton, I think this will be a really good game. This is on telly at 12:30 kickoff UK time. I think this will be tight. I'm going to go 1 apiece. Walsall versus Plymouth, I will go with a 3-0 Plymouth win. And Wycombe Wanderers versus Blackpool, I will go with a 2-0 win for Blackpool. And then we go on to the Championship. Now the Championship kicks off this evening. So if you're watching this past Friday, you'll probably know the score to this already. Reading Derby. I am going to go for a Derby win. I'm going to go 1-0 to Derby. Getting the first victory. And then we have Birmingham versus Norwich. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Birmingham. Brentford versus Rotherham, 1-0 to Brentford. Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest, I'm going to go a 3-1 win for Nottingham Forest. Ipswich to beat Blackburn Rovers 2-0. Millwall to draw with Middlesbrough 0-0. Preston versus QPR, I have gone with a Preston win at 3-0. Sheffield United versus Swansea, That could be a very, very close game. That's on the telly as well. 5:30 kickoff UK time. I'm going to go for a draw, 0-0. West Brom will beat Bolton. I'm going to go 3-0 to West Brom. And Wigan Sheffield Wednesday, I'm going to go for a Wigan win, 1-0. But the fun and games don't start there. On Sunday, Leeds take on Stoke. This one will be really hard to call. It could be any score. But I'm going to go with a win for Stoke. I'm going to go 3-2 Stoke. And then Monday night, it's Hull versus Aston Villa. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Aston Villa win. I think that they have got plenty in the bag to beat Hull. And then there's a couple of games on Tuesday, but I don't think there's any games on Wednesday. There's just 2 games on Tuesday. So I'll cover this in this one. So we have Middlesbrough and Sheffield United. So I'll go for a 1-1 draw there, and Nottingham Forest to beat West Brom 2-1. So those are my predictions for the Football League. I'm not sure how often this will be, but it's going to be, maybe a weekly thing. There's not much to go off at the moment, if you know what I mean. But once we get into the swing of things, there'll be like a lot more to go off, the form, whatever. So yeah, it'll be a lot more in depth than what we have just seen, because it was quite rushed and whatever. But over time, we'll have like form and people in goal scorers and assists and all that kind of good stuff. So that means we'll be able to go into a little bit more in depth. The first week of the season is always really hard to predict, but those are my predictions. There will be a review show possibly Wednesday to review the whole week, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I do plan to put a lot more effort into the Football League on my channel over the course of the season. So if you're new, please hit subscribe to stay in touch with everything that I do. I also cover the Premier League. I'll do a little bit of non-league. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. But yeah, so if you're new, I hope you really enjoyed the video. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.